know if you can hear me because I have the mic set up. So just waiting for it to go live, and then I need you to tell me if you can hear. Okay? So, hi, I'm live. Can you guys hear me? I'm using the mic. I want to make sure. So, let me know if you can hear me. I'm reading the comments. So, does it sound good? I can hear and see you. So, it's nice, clear audio because I plugged in the mic. So I'm trying to work on good audio and trying to find where I put my charger. Rich just brought it down. I might have to, oh, here. It's right beside me. I plugged it in and everything. I'm a dingleberry or something, right? There's something wrong with me. So let's plug this in. Make sure we're good. Cooking with gas. Is that what we say? Cooking with gas. So I'm good. Welcome, my friends, to the Discover and Create weekend. Are you guys ready? So I'm going to let you know. Tonight is cluster night, where we're going to, probably one of my favoriteest things I've done in these class is just using all this extra yumminess to make clusters. So you could put it on a card, you could put it in a page in your mini album. It is a stepping stone for layouts. So I love that. You might be here and you're working on your homework because maybe you're like, I just opened the box today. I just opened the box. First off, let's talk about things, housekeeping, like Natalie's going to talk to you about, and I'm going to say it out loud. First thing you want to do to check the quality of your video is to scroll over the screen on YouTube. There's a gear. You want to click on that gear and make sure your quality is set at 720p. First thing to do. Second thing is this is live. So if for some reason, like my internet goes out, or there's an issue with a connection, I will start another new link. I will post it in the group. I will post it in the description of this video. So you might not be watching live and you might get to a point where Vicky is just gone. Just know that that's our emergency measure. We have our emergency measure because this is live and things can happen. Happen, knock on wood, one time, maybe twice, because I do a lot of these. You will need we'll just start and there'll be a part 2. And Natalie will help us get everybody to that. And then I wait about 15 minutes to make sure everybody's there. So just letting you know that. With the watching live portion, you look at your screen on your laptop, and when you hover over it, you'll see a button that says live. If the red dot is there beside it, you're watching live, I believe. Let me refresh and see if I'm a liar. I think it's a red dot. I'm refreshing. Yes, it's not a green dot. It's a red dot. That means you're watching live. If that light or little red dot is not illuminated beside live, it means you're watching in the past, like things I've already done. So it's always a good thing to know is you could be asking questions going, why isn't she answering it? And then later on in the video, while you're watching, I will answer it, because if you aren't watching live, then I don't see your question until, right, it comes up. So little things you need to know. Like those are things, if it's your first time here, raise your hand. Is this your first one of these sessions? Now ask any questions. You will find I have it incredibly organized. What I was working on right now was I pulled all my pieces for the clusters. So everything except for stickers. So I want this to be not a long one tonight because we have a long weekend ahead and I want to keep my energy level up for you guys as well. So if you can do these live, or you can come back and watch it later, if you just want to hang out and get your stuff ready, or you're still fussy cutting, just hang out with us. And then if you have any questions, let me know. I'm so excited you're here too, Cynthia. Hello, friends. Hi, Dion. Hi, Kari. Hello, Natalie. We got a weekend ahead, right? You're a returning participant. Yes, you've been here for a while, right, Amy? So you didn't pull any pieces. Were we supposed to do that? When I had talked about it, I had suggested it. I'm going to be laying them out. I'm just going to tell you. The box of papery alone is too 100 pieces. Today, if you haven't prepped any of it, I might not do this class. I might sit and hang out with your friends and start organizing all of your bits, because I think it's super helpful to kind of sort your papery, and I'll put things like tags together, titles together. I'll separate all my ephemera to florals, leaves, butterflies, like things like that. I just find titles that it's super helpful. The more organized you are, the easier this is. So I don't want you to feel like you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't find anything. I created this class after the album and the layout. So a lot of what I created from was just because we had all this stuff left over, and I went, perfect, that's what I'm going to use. I got to use everything, went through my projects like 10 times and added all the embellishment I wanted, and I still have a ton left. Even after doing this, I still have a ton left. So definitely play along live, but you are not expected to complete all of these tonight. Some people might have already went through and sorted everything. Some of you are like, I'm just happy I'm here tonight. It's been a minute, right? You might have been working and you're like, look, I had no time for prep or whatever. I'd have to say, if you want to participate live tomorrow, do the prep. Do some of the prep work, not necessarily the fussy cutting, because come on, you'll find the butterflies later or the flowers later, but I would do all your cut aparts and the prep work. The prep work needs to be done for this weekend. Okay, it is, I'm going to be assuming that everybody has done that prep part, and we're just going to kind of flow from there, right? So any other questions, right? Because some of it, right, that's me, is you might just be doing your prep now. It's totally okay. But you do need to do like the cut aparts, 3x4s, 4x6s, the tags, that kind of thing. And you need to do the prep homework, because we're going to be using that. The majority of that is for the album. There's just a few pieces that were for layouts, and like number 8 that we cut, number 11 and number 10 are all going to be pieces for tonight. Okay. So, you're definitely going to need all of the things. The one thing I am going to do before we get started, I'm going to flip the camera, is get a drink. Because it never fails. There's always something wrong with me, right? Seriously, there's always something wrong with me. And I have like, I don't know if I'm starting to get a cold or something, but I have a mouth infection. So talking is a little on the painful side. So just kind of bear with me. I'm just going to have lots to drink and it should be fine. But I am so excited. We're finally here. There's so much stuff coming down the pipeline, my friends. I was talking to my friends at American Craft. There are 3 release things coming out in the next couple of months. I've kitted both the tabs. I'm going to be putting those up live on Monday. A restock of the store, a bunch of mixed media stuff. It's going to be all coming down the pipeline. So I was excited that we have been prepping and waiting for this weekend with all the bumps along the way with Discover and Create kits and the rest. It's been not the easiest one or smoothest, because I was away when all the kitting went on. So very happy to have help, but now it's just, right, it's always a learning curve when you have the help. So the sound is breaking up. Is it breaking else? So let's see. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not having an issue with my internet connection, because, you know, that would make sense if it did. So let's see. I hear you, friends. All 20 million of you posting. So the only other thing, I'm going to unplug the mic and let's see if it makes a difference, okay? I'm going to unplug the mug. So 700 people have told me that the audio is choppy. I see it. I see it. Let's try this. Is this better? I unplugged the mic. So let me know if the sound is better. A bit better. You're going to turn up the volume, but our weather is not great around here, so just fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. So I just unplugged the mic. We'll just go with the mic. I don't know what to tell you guys. Try going out and coming back in. We'll give it a few minutes. I don't know what to say, friends. There's nothing I can do on my end. So the only thing I can do is start a new link. So let's just see if we can figure it out. We're having snowstorm around here, so hopefully it's not I can still do this live tonight. It's much better buffering at viewers and will cause static. Went out and back, still sketchy, because it's completely fine on my laptop. Like I'm watching it, my laptop image is completely fine. So what I'm going to say before we get started is go out, grab the link, and come back in again, and let me see if it makes a difference. Because I can see me on my laptop, and it, right? I'm watching on two different things, so yeah, went out and came back in, and it's better. That's what I'd say. Go out and come back in. Leave, shut down YouTube, and come back in, right? That's all you have to do. Just restart the link, okay? The image is great, the sound is not. Have you gone out and come back in? Because until you do that, it's probably not going to improve, because everybody who has done that is saying that that helped. Just go out and come back in. Because like I said, it's completely fine on my laptop, so it could just be where you're watching from, right? I'm back. Such drama. Right? These things happen when it's live. So no panic. No panic. Right? So go out, come back in, and then it should be fine. I'm watching. I have my laptop open. We're going to flip the camera. We're going to get right into the things. But the first thing I want to do is ask if you have any questions before we get started. So one of the things that's super helpful is to put the word question before your question. Okay? So that we can see it. But hopefully you guys will go out and come back in. That should, see, it worked. It'll work. No panics. It's all good. But this is what happens with live video, right? So when I flip the camera, I'm going to get my drink. Hello, Karen. How are you? Hi, Lisa. I will. I'll grab my drink when I flip the camera so you don't have to look at the back of my head. But are we ready for the Discover and Create weekend? Like Natalie said, it's a YouTube issue. It's not a Vicky issue. So I'm going to leave the mic unplugged. Do you want me to try it again? Like, is the sound okay? Because you know when I flip the camera around and Blair Witch you, the sound, you're going to have to turn your volume up. But I can plug the mic back in and we can give it a try, or we'll just wait for tomorrow and see it. Let's do the things, right? So let's see. I don't know if it'll work, but let's give it a try because I do think it helps the audio. But let's see. Whoop. Mic? Can you hear the mic? Is it cutting in and out? So I think we're fine. So I tried it. I plugged it in. So I'm going to flip the camera around now. And we are going to get started. And then I'm going to look to see if you have any questions. But like I said, tonight is just the warm-up. Tonight is literally just a warm-up, hang up. We're going to hang up. I'm not going to hang up. We're going to hang out together. We're going to get started. If you're doing your homework, that's great. I'm just happy to have you here. Just happy to have you here, right? So question, Vicky has a question. Have you got the new Facebook group set up for the cruises? For which cruises? Because the Facebook groups have been set up for a while for the art exploration and for the paper crafting cruise. So definitely Natalie will help you with that, Vicky, but they are set up. I've sent emails out. I've done everything I can to hopefully get you guys all there. And if any of you guys are on the cruise, that's the old link. There's a new link that I sent out, but we can help you. We'll help you with that. Just email me and I'll invite you. I'll do a selfie in a second, Helen. But just let you know, anybody on the cruises, all the kits have gone out. The kits all went out. So for both cruises, Rich and I stayed up till 11:30. Stayed up till 11:30 kitting everything last night to make sure that I didn't have to worry about that it's on the way. So that's exciting, right? That's exciting. So selfie, here we go. Some people like to do this. Take a picture with me for your album. So here we go. You ready? Such a dork. Was that long enough? Oh my goodness, I'm blushing. It's embarrassing. So hopefully, did you get it? If you guys wanted it. I'm blushing. So it's so embarrassing sometimes, right? Just a girl in her basement paper crafting with her friends. So let's flip the camera around. I feel like anybody who's going to be here is hopefully here. So yay, yay. And then let's flip the camera and get started. So, you know, I have to Blair Witch you. I tried to do the streaming through my website, my streaming platform that I pay for every month. But for some reason, we don't have fiber optics here in St. Catharines. It's still, what do you call whatever the other one would be. So I find our internet connection is not the best. I'm going to flip, okay? Beep. There we go. And then I have to adjust my lights, get a drink. So get yourself situated and we're ready to go. Okay. Oh, my belly. So I just have to say, you guys are awesome. Thank you for always being patient with me and giving me some grace. It is so much appreciated because it is still literally just a girl trying to do all of the things. And there's so much stuff that's going to be happening, that's coming our way if you enjoy what we do. I have the 10 plus layout kits here too. So if over the weekend you guys want a little peek at it, I will show you. I'm going to get my drink and try not to knock everything down. Just a sec. Just a second. So get your favorite drink, your snacks. We're ready to rumble. And I will show you what I have prepped. I have to sneak around to get my stuff. Okay. Everybody can see. The sound is good. I have a cider. Yes, I have the cider house kit here. It's freaking beautiful. And oh my goodness, I am absolutely in love with the new Simple Stories True, what is it called? I just forgot. True Colors, I think. Love it. So we'll look later tonight. I'll show you a little peeky peek. And like I said, they're going to be posted on Monday. I don't order those like I order these kits. So just know that when they're gone unless I can get more. But I never know with the layout kits what the popularity of them will be. So we just have to see. Okay. So for tonight we're doing the clusters. The whole concept with this is people are, it's one of probably my most requested Friday Night Lives, or can you show us how to cluster? I struggle with knowing where to start, kind of having an idea how to do this. So my product is literally made for you to have success with clusters. Biggest thing is scale. You need something that's your base. You need something that's linear, usually something that is a medium size. So that could be stars, hearts, circles, squirrels, just so things like will be layered. Like you're going to see a base. I will often put something that is weighted for a title. So really the concept for clusters is building from large to small is usually how I start. Okay. So can't wait to get to the US to do some shopping. Very nice. Ordered some True Colors. Got it today. Love that. I'm hoping to get those 10 plus layouts. You're going to love them. And the masculine one, that even though like it'll be great for people who are always like, can you do something for I have all sons, or, you know, I really like something a little bit more on the masculine vibe. It still is 100% beautiful to use with your feminine layouts or anything really. It's just kind of general neutral. Okay. So for tonight, I have my corner rounder if I need it. I don't need much. Once you prep your bits, you really are just assembly. It's really going to just be assembly. I have my sticker book because there are some things that we're going to pull out of here. My foam stickers, which I freaking love these foam stickers. I love the colors. We're going to use some things out of here. Oh, you know what I didn't grab, but I will grab is I need my alpha stickers. You need your alphabet stickers. I don't know if we use anything. There might be one thing out of here. And then my 6x12 sticker sheet. So I have my ephemera here. I didn't take any of this apart. I just have it all set up. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Hubby just came home. I told him you were with Vicky Boot, and he said, oh, tell her hi. Hello. How are you? Tall, quiet man. I love it. Okay. And my alpha thickers. Just throwing stuff on the... Oh, and I might as well grab these too. I need these too. These puffies. Love it. 2 sides. Okay. So I laugh, friends. I went to get my nails done so it would match this weekend. It's really not what I had in mind. So I apologize now if my nails make you sick. This is my least favorite manicure I've ever got. I look like I have M&Ms on my fingertips. It's not what I was going for, right? The quality of your foam stickers is amazing. The matte finish, I have to tell you, thank you, Tara. I like a matte finish. I am very pro matte finish. Totally okay with these having a slight gloss. These have a gloss. My sticker book doesn't usually have a gloss. I'm hoping that that's rectified with the next collection release, because I don't really like sparkly, shiny stickers. I would rather have matte stickers, so if I want to write on them, it's easier. If I want to add ink, it's easier. Okay, same with the interior, the inside cover of the book. I'm really trying hard to get that back to a matte finish. So we'll see. I've requested it, and you know, again, just my name is on the product. I have zero to do with the manufacturing side of things. So I just can hope for the best. Hope for the best. I have my scissors in case I need them, and my adhesive, which I got there. I did get it. I have some foam dots. I have a liquid glue, and I have my tape runner. Okay, that's really all you need tonight. You don't really even need a paper trimmer or anything if you've already done your homework. So we're going to need a couple pieces out of number 10 stack from your prep, a couple of pieces out of number 11, and one of the scallop borders out of number 8. So if you have that handy, I'm just going to have it beside me. You're going to need that. Okay. And then what are we doing? Let me show you. So I went through and just pulled my things out. This will make it very much easier. That doesn't make any sense. This will make it a lot easier when we go through them. If I have these all prepped, right? That it'll be easier to find what we need. So we are going to be making all of these clusters tonight. I'm going to glue everything down. We're going to make them. You might want some scrap cardstock white, because these are all out of the papery, so they're rather thin. So if you want to use it standalone, you might want to line them with a little bit of cardstock. Okay, I have it here. So we're going to be making this. We are going to be making this. And we'll start with one and pull our things. We're going to be making this guy. Focus on what excites you. We are going to be making this. Stories to tell. Like I said, I've pulled bits that I could find. That's what I was doing. Because if you were like, Vicky hasn't even been on the board talking to us. I was ordering t-shirts. I was ordering aprons, because you guys have been asking for merch kind of things. I was ordering bags. So I was doing a whole bunch of work today, and then I had to come down and prep for tonight. So I love this one. Like, this is exactly what I had in mind when we made this jar, right? When we made this jar. So very excited over that. And this is all you needed to pull. Oh, yeah, with the label, because everything else is stickers. This is all stickers in it for the most part. So we're going to do that one. We are going to be doing this, the photos. See underneath? I'm going to use a piece of that scrap white cardstock. Just because it's a piece of vellum. I did not grab my stapler, though I will get a tiny attacher, right? Was that out of screen? Am I showing you guys out of screen? No, it's in screen. Okay. Hi, Patty. How are you, my friend forever? So that one. And then I love this one. Like, look at the scale. It's so important that your ephemera has big pieces, medium pieces, small pieces. The other thing that's super important with clustering is foam dots. Don't poo-poo the foam dots. It really makes a difference in having elevation and using light and shadow. It doesn't mean you have to make it so chunky that it's really bulky in your album, but I love it, right? Hi, Mary Pat. I knew it. I said to my hubby that I wonder if we're lining the papery. I didn't line any of it. These are all not lined. But like I said, if it's going to go on a layout, why waste it? Unless you want to foam dot it or pop it up. Then you might want to, when you lay this on a page and maybe you want some elevation, then you might just cut a little rectangle behind it. But I didn't. So my friend Patty's here and she says, happy to be playing along in a real craft room. They've been doing renovations for 100 million years. And that is very exciting, Patty, that she actually gets to play in her actual craft room. And then we have this guy. I didn't really paint any of the chipboard except for on one of the layout. I actually love them black and white. Could you paint them? Yes. They are a matte finish. They are meant to add color. Just be aware that they're not meant to take a lot of friction. So get the color on, get it on, and get off. Do you know what I'm saying? If you rub your paintbrush a lot, you're going to pill this paper. So there's only so much we can do, right, with the chipboard. But you can definitely add a little bit on here, okay, if you want to. Like I said, I like the black and white. Totally up to you. Question. On a scale of 1 to 100, how excited are you right now? Me to be doing this? Like 120. I wait for, like, you think all the work that goes into prepping for and creating these collections is now it's like the celebration. We get to sit down and use it, right? So I'm super excited. Very excited. I hope you guys are too. Our basement flooded and I lost a lot of my scrapping stuff, but I'm going to have a real scrap room when renovations are done. So excited. That happened to me, Nikki, a couple of years ago. And I'm sorry, it is no fun at all. It's absolute nightmare when you have water damage and having to deal with that. So I'm sorry, my friend. But when you come out on the other side of it, it's going to be awesome. And hello, my mom is here. Hello, mommy. Patty, will you stop with the Mrs. Smith? She's not making pie over there, man. Okay, let's get started. Which one do you want to start with? How about this one? Because it's super easy. How about this one? Because it's super easy. So if you printed off the instructions, it literally is just images and I tell you what's on each one of these. But let's go with this guy because it's just stickers. Let's do the things. So I'm going to move this aside. I will have my sample here. Is that good, friends? And then you need, out of your papery, to grab the bell jar. You will have, depending, because here's the one thing. Again, my name's on it. I don't manufacture this stuff. But you might have these all loose in your papery pack. They might be on the main sheet and you have to pop them out. Mine were on the main sheet for this one and I had to pop them out. In the one I did my class with, they were all properly die cut. So I don't know. It just depends what you have. But when you go through, you're going to find a whole page that has labels on it, or it's going to be individual. You might have to look for a long time. But like I said, when you find it, you need this little black tag, I guess we'd call it, right? So that is going to go down here. So when I was looking at this, I wanted it to look like, obviously it's meant to look like it's in the jar, but it's not in the jar. It's on the outside of the jar. That we had like a little almost flower terrarium jobbing going on. So this is out of your icon ephemera, is the long twig. I would have a twig in every single one of my collections. I freaking love that twig. And then a lot of this is going to be out of your 6x12 stickers. So let's do the things. I'm going to tell you one of the things I love, because I love stickers. I love to get as many SKUs as they'll let me make that have title options and that have icons, because really it's my cup of tea with creating. I want lots of stuff. I want to layer the things. With that being said, a sticker is sticky. It has a tacky background, but sometimes I don't want it to be sticky. So that's why I always talk to you guys about these powder tools, which might be out of stock online. I am placing a big order next week. I'm going to get them in. If you do not own one of these, you want to. And I don't tell you that with many things. I would say, whatever, you don't really have to have it. But I love to de-stickify my stickers. This will also work when you're doing embossing to take the static off. But I love this freaking thing for stickers. But you could, if you put a little bit of talcum powder in a bowl with a brush, you could use that. Cornstarch. I know some people, if you're anti-talc, you could use cornstarch. But I love that, right? So what do we need off here? We need this floral. Oh, I love it. Look at the background of this. This is what I talk about when we go into details. It has the background, all has like little script. It looks like it's on like old book paper. Love it. So I'm just going to stick that guy down there. I want this orange flower. Again, 6x12 stickers. And then we want the black and white striped feather and the purple feather. So Devin and I went out for lunch on Valentine's Day to an amazing restaurant, winery here in the Niagara region called, I think, Inn on the 20. And when we were walking out, I found the most beautiful feather. It was blue and it looked like this, but it was 2 shades of blue. I took a picture. I'll have to share it with you guys. It was absolutely amazing. So this is what we need to start. We're going to start building. Okay, so if I take these and I put my powder on the back, I just make it another embellishment, right? It's just another, oops, this is leaking all over, but we can use that. So I just put my powder on and I like to de-stickify it. You could put it on your pants, stick it on your shirt. Just get some of the tackiness off so you just have a little bit more ability to move it around before you commit, right? There we go. So I'm going to just sit this here for a minute because we're going to be putting some, I'm going to blow just a sec. It's not going to blow, Vicky. It's not going to come off because this mat is sticky. So I'm going to get some tweezers because I've got new ugly nails. Look like M&Ms. Seriously. Do they not look like, I don't, this is not what, it's not what I ordered. It's what I got. It's not what I ordered. So how are we doing out there? Because there's a lot of you out there, and I know some of you are watching on your big TV, or you don't know how to comment on your tablet. But let me know if there's anything I can help you with, right? Because you're like, doesn't this defeat the purpose? You're going to take the stick off, and then I'm going to stick it. Yes and no. I have control issues. I want to decide where I'm sticking it. So it's going to go like this. This orange guy is going to go down here, right? Like that. So I'm just placing right now, and we're going to start, we're going to start foam dotting and putting our adhesive on, right? Hi, Laura. How are you? Playing along with you, watching on the big TV. I love it. I love this feather. I love that guy. So it's going to be going like this. I try to keep everything contained in the jar. If you want to get crazy and the stuff's flowing out of your jar, you totally can. Okay. Question, is the twig in the sticker book? The twig is in the icon ephemera. So let me stand up. Boop, boop. This one, Icon Ephemera. It's right there under the mushroom. This is not what we're using. The jar we're using is out of papery, the big box, 200 pieces. You need this. Can you guys see that? That twig. It is in your, mine is empty. Icon Ephemera, because it's all in a bowl right now. My foam dots, I always use, I love these ones. These are scrapbook adhesives by 3L. I have a case of them. So I don't know what that is. Like, what is that? An 1/8? That's what I tend to use, or the bigger ones, or these ones, which have a little bit more. These are the American Crafts. I like these ones too. These are the ones I carry in my store. That's pretty much the foam dots I use. Thank you. I'm like, I don't know how to measure foam dots. Are you a card maker, Helen? Because I find the card makers, right? Because you don't want a lot of thickness. I make cards, but I'm a pretend card maker, right? So a lot of times I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, not too thick. I could use some help fussy cutting. Try to convince my husband it's fun and he should help. Firm no. But Beth, don't feel like you have to have it all done. You can cut as you need it. Okay, because we're not going to embellish anything. Tonight we need the moths. These are the only things out of the fussy cut is one feather and the moths. So you need these 2 moths if you want to make these tonight. Those. And then the other thing that I used is this feather. This is fussy cut out of your feathers, that black and white polka dot. Okay? Okay, let's commit. Let's commit. So I know this is going to kind of go down here. I'm going to attach it last. I'm going to layer that guy here. This guy's going to go a little bit lower. And I'm not going to foam dot everything. I'm going to foam dot up near the white berries. And I'm going to foam dot this leaf on the bottom. So there's a foam dot here. There's one here. And I'm going to put 1 or 2 in here. And I do not take the backing off until I'm prepared to commit. I just knocked something on the floor. Certainly not a perfect human being. That is not me. If that's what you're looking for, wrong place. So I'm going to knock everything off now. And I'm going to set this guy here. About there. Okay. Commit. See? Look it. So it's only lifted a little bit. But I can still now slide things under. So it's only committed with the retaping. So the orange guy is going to have a foam dot under this leaf and up in this top part. Oh my gosh, I love these stickers so much. I wish there could be a part 2 of this collection. Don't worry about the moth yet. We're not using it on this one. I was just talking to my friend Beth because she was fussy cutting. Okay, you don't need it yet. There's no moth on here. So this guy's going to go near the bottom like this. Okay. And keeping it in the jar. And then our tag can go on the bottom. So I'm going to put my adhesive right around there. Don't panic, friends. Okay. Stickers are all on. Where did the black and white feather come from? It is 100% the sticker sheet. Okay. 100% the sticker sheet done. There. Oop, maybe a little higher. You don't have a lot of play with the papery either because it's thin, right? So just don't mess around too much when you're sticking your stuff down. And then I just went in there. I'm not going to pop dot this because it's papery. If you want to pop dot it, back it. Put a little bit of white cardstock. Give it a little bit more oomph. But I'm totally okay with just layering it on like that. Right? So I'm just going to tape it only in the middle. So the 2 ends can fly free. So we're only going to tape it a little in the middle. Make sure you put it up about a 1/2 inch from the bottom so we can put our title on after, okay? Love it already. See, it's going out the jar and I'm totally okay with that. What 1/2 circle? I haven't used a 1/2 circle. Not sure what you're asking. There's no 1/2 circle. Just stickers off the sticker sheet so far. So let's go ahead and glue our twig in. I'm going to put a foam dot right here, just near the branch, like maybe 2 right there. Okay, so foam dot about here. I'll show you when I get them on there, and here. Don't overthink this, friends. Just focus on the one we're doing too right now. Okay? Oops. Okay? And it's going to slide in here now. I glued the orange guy down. Oh, it's going to be perfect. But I'm going to glue down my purple feather first. Only 1 foam dot at the top. 1 foam dot at the top. And we can put this guy in here like that, right? Love it. So I'm going to glue that. I'm going to commit. So my purple guy is going to go in there like that. And it does kind of come out the top of the jar. Okay. There. And you can commit your branch now. So I'll put lots of adhesive on the bottom. Everybody doing okay? I'm just curious how many of you guys are actually building tonight or working on other things, getting ready for tomorrow. Looks good. I'm going to commit these foam dots, just one of them at least, so it stays where it's supposed to. I can commit my purple foam dot. There we go. And let's go ahead, foam dot with the black feather just at the top. Yay, lots of you are playing. I love that. Do you love this edition? Because I feel like if you're card makers, these could all go on cards. Well, some of them scale-wise, it'd be a big card, but you totally could use them on cards, right? So I am loving this. I feel like it might be a staple. Okay, got my foam dot. If you want a double foam dot, you can, but I love that. There. So this is when I was putting it together. I'm like, perfect. I have my little flowers in a jar. Love it. Now let's embellish. So what are we going to need? 2 buttons off of the small mini puffy sticker. So let's grab those. You saw me grab them. There they are. I love these. I would like a whole pack of just buttons and hearts. The buttons, oh, I love the buttons so much. Who would have known? So now, oh no, Lisa, be safe. So I'm going to use an orange one and the yellow one. So it's actually these two right here. The yellow is going to go on my orange flower in the middle. Love it. And the orange one on the blue flower. There we go. Little layer of texture. Love it. Love it. And now I'm going to put on the whole story, which is off of this sheet. So let's find it. Where is it? Not on that side. Hello, friend. Where are you? The whole story. It must be on this side. Right here. Outdoors, the whole story. That is out of your Better Days puppies. Question. What time are we starting tomorrow? 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern. 10 o'clock. It's a long day, right? We did a lot of the work. My goal, though, tonight is I'm really aiming for 9 o'clock finish. Like, really going to be pushing hard for that. because I don't want you guys to be pooped for tomorrow. Okay? The whole story and then some. And it's going to go kind of near the end so we have a spot for our heart. So it's going to go kind of like that. I love it. I love it so much so far. Okay? The whole story. And now what do we need? Last thing is on our, you need 3 hearts. Okay? Whatever 3 you want to pick. There's a couple on the back too. So 1, 2, 3, 3 hearts off of your daily reminder puffy. Right? This is going to be a thing, Deborah. This is going to be a thing. So I'm going to take the 3 off the back. So I want 1 to go beside the whole story. Like that. Right? I'm going to put 1 right here and 1 right there. And we're done 1 cluster. See, not hard at all. So let's talk about this, right? We had our base, which was the jar, and then I just layered scale and color, right? We have a nice mix of color on here. I love the linear aspect. So this would kind of be like a an A-line design, right? Because it's balanced to the one side. And then 1 more heart up here. Oops, it's not coming off. Right up here. And this would be great, I think, on a layout with like kind of subtitle. This wouldn't be maybe my main title, but this might go in like a bottom corner, and then I could have like the whole story, and it could be whatever. Like this is the subtitle to, I don't know, what a great day, the whole story, right? And then you could even maybe put like a little journaling thing under here or whatever. But that's 1 done. Now I have 2 clusters. Okay, 1 done. Let's move on to the next one. Which one are we going to do next? Let's do this little guy. This is a really easy, fast one. I love this. So the other thing without coloring it is, so my friends in warmer climates who are like, well, we don't really have fall, even though there's leaves and stuff in here, doesn't mean they have to be fall leaves. Even that paper that we cut apart is rainbow colored leaves. So it doesn't have to be fall determined, okay? So the first thing you need, let's get this right out of the way, from your 6x8 homework was 2 pages of tags, right? This is only ones I cut so far, as I have homework to do tonight. I have to do my cut aparts. Is this one and the orange one. There's 2 side by side that you need out of that sheet. This one and this one. These 2. It's from your 6x8 tag paper. Okay. So to start, is this one is, I don't know, like pea soup green. Pea soup green. There's no instructions for this class. Really, like, to write out instructions for this, it's, I think, watching a live video is much easier. So you don't have to do this tonight. There are images, and there in the description is what everything is and where it came from. Okay? But I did not do written instructions for this one. I don't usually, if you're new here, Friday nights is not a kind of, I don't know, completely traditional class, right? So, question, is this from number 12? That's a great question, Debbie. I don't know. I think so. It's not from the big sheet. It's from your 6x8s. Remember, I didn't finish it. It's not from number 12. No. Number 12 is 4x6, 3x4s. It's from this. Tags. Tags, tags, tags. I would never call that a tag, right? That's a 3x4. See, this is my homework I haven't done yet. So it's from this. I don't even know. I didn't number it. I don't know if I numbered it, friends. I might have told you guys in the end, but yeah, it would be 15 possibly. But that's it. Okay? You need to cut both of those sheets apart. No biggie, but that's where I got these. So no panic. No panic. I'm not going to let you guys either. You know what I mean? Like it's very easy to get flustered. I'm going to give you this little bit of advice right out of the gate. Give yourself grace all weekend. You do not have to keep up at the same pace. Just keep in mind, I try to keep the pace going where it is manageable, but it has to be manageable for all of the people. And there could be, I don't know, there's, look at almost 700 people in this group. There won't be 700 of us live. Some people will buy access only and never do the class, because I do that kind of stuff, right? Where I buy the stuff and then never do it. But understanding, I also have to get it finished within a certain time frame. So it is one of those things that I just kind of keep trucking through it. So I talk a lot so that it gives you guys time to catch up. And but I still have to keep going at some kind of pace, right? Or we'd be here for 4 weeks. So see, what you're going to do is this card. And I did foam dot that piece. So there is just at the top of the little clipboard, which is out of your papery. This is out of your papery. Like I said, mine wasn't completely die cut. This was on a sheet of, I think, 3 pieces that were about the same scale. So I'll go in and I'll clean the little nubbins off the side. If they don't bother you, you don't have to do that. I'm just special like that. I have to clean that up. Ooh, not even well. Okay, so gonna put 2 foam dots just at the top left-ish, like one in the center and one on the left. Just because I want to have, right, a little bit of light play on there, shadow and light. Is this good enough? I'm going to do this, okay? I'm asking, but I'm going to move it closer. So excuse my arms, sausage arms for a minute. And I will do this. I think that's better, right? Better, friends? Sorry, got boobs and arms and the whole thing in there. I apologize. But that's a little bit closer. I think hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, I didn't number it. I just told you guys to do it. So I'm sticking this guy. I'm going to commit. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right here. And then a little bit of adhesive. Only reason I'm saying this is if I put all my adhesive on the back of this, what if I over adhere it? And then there's a big gob of adhesive here. So I know that's my farthest out point here. And then I'll put some on the left-hand side. And then we should be good and secure. Okay. So you want to see a little bit of the green pea soup green tag at the bottom. So I'm going to kind of line it up within the lines on a slightly askew, on a jaunty angle like this. Okay. Boop. Like that. Okay. Now we are going to put our chipboard leaf on here, which I love. If you want to add color, don't add it yet. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put my adhesive here and here, and then on this side of the leaf. So I don't have a mess on the back. Do you get what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down about it's really easy to kind of get a little overzealous with your adhesive. So if I put it where I know I want it to stop, should work. There, that's as far as we got. Like, look at, I got crazy here, but I'll cover that with the acorns anyway. Right? See you tomorrow. And now this guy says, sweet little things. It is in your journaling icon package. There is a whole strip of words. Remember, every time I can cheat and get as many pieces in as possible. Oops, I'm dropping stuff on the floor. I'm going to have to locate that. It is in this set here. See the words right there? The bottom one in your journaling icons. I just dropped a whole bunch of them on the floor. So I will have to locate those later. Oh no, Renee. A lot of people are sick. Holy moly. So we have these guys. I'm going to double, I think, this one. I have to lick it because I can't get it up. You could put 2 foam dots under this if you want, because you want this to come up a little bit higher. Or your foam dot, if it's on the chipboard, will work as well. Okay. So 1 foam dot. Yeah, if it goes on top of your chipboard, you're totally fine. So you could 1 foam dot it. You don't have to double up on your foam dots. But I'll put 2 just so it's balanced, like that. And I'm going to stick this guy down. Yeah, there's a lot. Like they said this year that the flu was going to be some scary, scary business. Right? And then this guy is, oh, I love it so far, right? This guy I'm going to curl. And I'm going to put only 1 little dot underneath the green dotted cap. Like 1 foam dot here. Because I want this to glue flat so my title can go on it. Does that make sense? Okay, like that. So put a little adhesive there. A little bit on your acorn. The acorns are from your icon ephemera. Icon ephemera, and so is this little mushroom. So 2 acorns, sorry, I should have said that, are from your icon ephemera. So the one that has the flowers, the teapot. So you need the little green acorn and the pink acorn. They are not out of the papery. These are out of your icon ephemera. I will grab the pack. Always look on the back of the pack. That's why you never throw those away. And your mushroom's going to go with 1 foam dot at the top. Let me just put this guy here. Let that sit for a minute and I will show you. Acorns right there. Look through your pack 6 times. We're going to be using this paintbrush later, and I kept saying, it's not in here, it's not in here, and by the 3rd time looking through, I found it. So when you look for your mushroom, you want this guy. He's got like a really small top on it, and then the 2 acorns are right here. So it's in your icon. It's this. These are icons. I call this icon ephemera, okay? So, like I said, I'm going to stick my mushroom on my title, and that guy's done. So he's just going to go under it a little bit like that, over maybe a little bit more. That looks good to me, a little cluster. That's a cluster and a cluster. So when I go to put this guy on, I'm going to curl it. That's what I like to do. Curl it, adhere the bottom, and that's it. Just going to go on there like that. And it says sweet little things. And maybe my mushroom needs to come down a little bit more because I was crazy. And my title up a little higher. So you might need to adjust, right? Like I always say, when I'm doing this stuff live with you guys, it's a little different than when I'm just playing around by myself. Yours are together in a square, like they're not cut out of the backing. Is that what you mean? Like I said, who knows with how this ephemera has come in. It's probably different for every single one of you, but it's not in the papery pack. It is definitely in your icon ephemera. So there's another little cluster. That'd be great on a card, and you could put another title on there if you wanted. But there is your second one, right? Second one. Yay. See, I just sat here, and friends, I could have probably made 5 more and went, I better stop because I have a problem with that. And I'm sure some of you would love if I made 5 more. I'm going to open my drink. Sorry. It's a Diet Cherry Coke kind of night. If I would have made 5 more, right? Let's make this guy because I love this one. So this is what I was saying, that we'll need some of the pieces we cut and prep. Here we go. So one of the first things you need in your papery is the big pink calendar tag. You need that guy. Out of your papery, when you come across it, you need one of the cameras and two of the Polaroids. So we need those pieces are out of your papery. Okay? That title went on, I only adhered it in the middle. This is what I do. So there's no foam dots or anything, but just by curling it and gluing it, I didn't foam dot it. You can, because if you're going to put this in an album, you might want 2 foam dots just on the ends. You could totally do that if you want. Wild Cherry Pepsi here. I believe it. Mary Pat's crazy over there, right? With her Wild Cherry Pepsi. So these are from the papery. This is from your chipboard. So where the leaves are, photos, chipboard. And this little guy that says every picture tells, whoops, every picture tells a story, is a vellum piece out of your journaling ephemera. So it is in the journaling ephemera, usually in the top pocket. You need this guy. Okay. And also while you're in there, number 23, these 2 pieces. This is in your journaling ephemera. So while you're looking, I'm going to put a foam dot right on number 23 because it's going to go, I'll use the bigger one, right in the middle of my camera. Does it mean anything? No. For me, it literally is just a decorative element in a circle. I love circles. I'd have circles on everything. Seriously, I love it. Wait till you see with the next collection. The 2 stamp sets are amaze balls. Just going to say that. Totally love it. A lot of my chipboard didn't cut properly either. Some of the centers aren't popped out. It's totally fine. You still can tell it's photos, right? The one I used on my projects all of the pieces didn't cut out. It's really super thin, so it's fine. You know, if it is like wonky cut, that might be a problem. But if some of your centers didn't pop out, you still can tell that. Don't let that prevent you from using it, right? But it is, like I said, there are manufacturing issues. One batch will turn out awesome, and then the next one has lots of flaws in it. And it's very frustrating because my name's on it, but I have no control over those things because I don't manufacture it, right? I just give them my ideas, and then I am stuck with whatever I get. So we need this piece from number 10. And the piece is a 8-inch. So the 8-inch strip. I think it's 8 by 1-ish, whatever you have there. So when I go into these pieces, I need I can only find 1 Polaroid. There should be 4. I think, right? Or 2. They're stuck together too. Make sure they're not stuck together. This is super, super thin. I'd be shocked if they weren't both in there. I never have issues with the papery. So it's super thin, so just make sure it's not stuck together. Right? Where did number 23 come from? It came from your journaling ephemera. Journaling ephemera. Do I have the backer? I don't want to knock everything on the floor. I'm just going to keep these right here with me. Okay? It's right there, Dawn. See? Number 23. So you might not find it until 10 passes through because it's a tiny little piece, but that's where it's from. I'll keep those handy. I'm going to flag banner one end. Again, number 8, or 8 inches from number 10. 8 inches from number 10. And I'm just going to cut a little V into the end. My little garbage. I find it's handy to have just a little garbage. I'm not gluing anything yet, okay? So this is going to be going on the base. Other things are going on top. Photos is going to go on here. Now you're going to understand why I decided to put this on white. Can't see it so well here, can you? The other thing is, it's vellum. Vellum is tricky to adhere. So when we cut a piece of white cardstock, I can put a little tiny staple on there and I don't have to use any adhesive. Yeah, they're part of a bigger sheet, but there again, Lisa, not for everybody. Some packs, everything's die cut. Some packs, it's loose. Or it's on the pages. I'm going to grab my tiny attacher, okay? The description of where to find all of the pieces of clusters is fabulous. There you go. That's super helpful, friends, is to print that out and then you have a reference. So you're like, where'd she find that? I try really hard to write instructions that will work for all of our brains that don't all work the same, right? So I try to make it so it works really well. If it doesn't for your brain, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, right? It's very hard because my brain only works one way. And then I have to try to make it adapt. It's scary in here, in this brain. Okay, grabbing my tiny attacher, one of my favoriteest things from Mr. Tim Holtz. If you don't own one, you need one. I would really say, oops, look, Vicky's breaking stuff. Just a second. I just pushed my light down. There we go. Crazy lady. Tiny attacher. I love it. So I'm going to cut a little tiny piece of white. I'd say 3/4 of an inch high and about 3 3/4 inches long-ish. You just want a piece to go behind it. We're going to need this tomorrow too. One of our interactive elements. What is this? Good thing I just noticed I don't have my computer plugged in. So just let's do that quick, Vicky. There. Okay. One of our interactive bits is a slider. So we're going to cut 4 strips to make the little element that slides on the back of the card. So you will need some cardstock. I wouldn't use the white cardstock in your kit. I'd save that and just use some cheapy cardstock. I'm going to, I think, slightly smaller than an inch, 3/4-ish for this strip. Sorry, let me put it in the screen. So I'm just cutting a little strip, okay? Ish. And what did I say? 3 3/4. All I want to do is have something to attach my vellum piece. Attach my vellum piece and so it doesn't get lost and helps, right? Hey, just checking in, relaxing tonight, ready for class tomorrow. I love it. God, I've looked 5 times and can't find the chipboard word photos. Yeah, could be. Just wait till the end and you can use whatever. Some of you have already reached out about there has been a change of management at American Crafts, which I think in the long run will be a good thing. But remember how I've told you, no problem. American Crafts, contact them. They'll replace everything. Well, now they're working on changing that, which I just found out on, I don't know, Wednesday. So one of you guys had probably reached out to have something replaced and got an email back that said, you have to contact me. Well, I'm in the process of having a conversation because I'm like, well, that doesn't really work because when you think about it, it's a manufacturing issue. The product is not manufactured correctly if it's missing something or it's damaged. And that leaves me where if they're going to replace it and ship it to me, I still have to clear it through customs and then I have to ship it. So I'm like, this is kind of an issue. So right now, just have faith. I'm trying to figure out a solution. I was on a phone call today trying to see how they're going to help me and support me in this. I don't know yet. Okay. So right now, if you have any product issues, you can send me an email at info@vickybooten.com, but let's not talk about it throughout the weekend. I'm on it. I'm trying to figure out what the solution will be. I have to figure out for myself as a business moving forward. Everything I mail in Canada is a minimum of $13 tracked. So it could be literally like something where I really feel it's a manufacturing issue, right? Um, I don't have the product because I don't make it. So just trust me. I'm working on a solution. I just don't know what it's going to be just yet. Okay. So for one of those things, if you're having an issue like something's not cut right, you're missing a piece, we'll keep the kind of whole vibe of the weekend positive. Just email me. I changed the email. I set up a whole new thing so it's easy. Just info@vickybooten.com, and I will keep a list. Like I said, I only had the conversation with my sales rep today, and now it has to go to the higher ups to figure out what the solution's going to be moving forward. Okay. It's very frustrating for me too. So I don't want you to feel like it's like, oh, well, because it's not. My name's on it. It's embarrassing. It's hard when the stuff is there, but we'll figure out a solution. Okay. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. From number 8, we scallop 2 borders. So number 8, that's the paper that looks like this on one side and has those beautiful blue circles. So just grab one of them. I'll give you a measurement. Or whatever kind of border punch you used, right? So I just think it's going to look pretty on there. I think it'll look pretty. And it was about 6 1/4-ish, 6 inches by, I'd say 3/4-ish, almost an inch. So those are all the pieces we're going to need for this one, and we can start assembling. I'm going to tell you, for something like this, I'm going to use a wet glue. I'm going to put a bead of wet glue on there, and that's how I'll adhere it. It's too finicky. I don't know how else you would adhere this. Maybe a Xyron if you have it, or if you have sheets of the glue dots, you can stick your chipboard on there. But for me, I use a wet glue. And I'm going to use this beauty that my friend Valerie sent me, or whatever you have. Okay, so let's start building. I'm going to build from the bottom up. So I'm going to put these 2 pieces on first. It's going to go kind of like this. Can everybody see that? It's not exactly centered, I wouldn't say. I would say more is going to be on the right-hand side just because we have to get those 2 frames on here. And then your blue is going to go underneath. So let's just eyeball it. We want to see some of the pink tag on the bottom. So I'm going to get my blue piece on first, like that. I'm going to glue that, commit that, and then I'll put my purpley stripe on top. Okay? Let's do it. Glue that guy down. Again, this is just on papery. You could always back the pink tag with some cardstock. Put that guy on. And now I'm going to just put some adhesive here and add my purple strip. And it's going to go a little bit longer on this side. You can use the lines on your tag as a guide, kind of like that. And commit. A little bit here, maybe a little glue. Let me get my pin. Ooh, that's really stuck in there. So when you look at this one, right, I opted for the pink tag as my base. And then I wanted something linear that was going to support the weight of the camera and photos. So, right, I started kind of with that. And I pulled colors in from the little title strip, right? So now let's go ahead and put our camera on there. And none of that is pop dotted. The only thing you could pop dot is one of the Polaroids. So this guy's going to kind of go on here slightly askew like that. And then the other one will attach like this. Okay. Devin's friends are here, so if you start hearing loud craziness, it's because loud craziness is going on. So I'm going to attach those, and then I'll put some foam dots underneath the top. Okay? Very nice, right? Doo-doo. Yes, the thinner chipboard. Well, I'll have to tell you, when the argument was with my designer, Melissa, when we're working, she goes, I don't think the quality will be good. The chipboard has to be thick. I'm like, it doesn't, Melissa, because we're scrapbookers. We're going to be putting it inside something. It's not going to be standing alone. Like, it's not like an album. So I had to fight really hard to get the thinner chipboard. But we learned things, right? Like, so maybe words that are this thin are hard to cut. I don't know. But every time, you know, if I will work on improving things every single time. So I'm going to just put, foam dots just on the top of my photo. This one, just on this one. You could on this one too. Did I? I didn't. I didn't even put it on this one, but I'm going to. And then we are going to, this guy, curl it again. Right? I'm going to curl it. And it's going to go like that. And then photos is going to go underneath it. So I want to lay this first. Oop, I didn't glue my camera, you crazy lady. Can I tell you too, I would not use a lot of wet glue with my papery because the paper's so thin. So I think it could kind of leak through, right? So just kind of be aware of that. I'm going to put that guy there-ish. Looks good. Commit. Okay. So I want photos not to cover everything. So I think photos is going to go, this one originally was lower, but we're okay. I covered December, but is going to go like this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and glue that. It just is kind of to the side, but it can be laying on the 23. It pops it up when I can't use foam dots. So I'm only going to put my adhesive like on the hump, lower hump of the H and on the O's and some on the T. I'm not going to glue all of it. I'm only going to glue in the middle. So let's go ahead, get a little bit of glue. Don't get crazy with your glue because it bleeds out so easily. But this paper is so thin and porous that it should adhere very quickly to the papery. Okay, so again, I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive. I'm not going to be like throwing these around. They're not going to be going through the wringer. So I just put a little bit of adhesive. Again, I'm just going to lay it kind of like this. Boop. Okay, like that. And then this guy is going to go underneath it. Like that. So I'm going to glue the center. I'll put 2 foam dots on the ends. Is that good, friends? So I don't know. My brain works in clusters. If you think about it, my product is made for clustering. Would you not say? Layering is definitely a Vicky Boutin jam. I create product specifically to be layered. Specifically. Right? The papery will work. Look, love that. You could put 2 little photos on here later. This is totally a title block. This to me needs to go on a layout, right? So we have something that is our base. We have the linear element that's layered, pops of color pulling out of our title. It has dimension, but not so much dimension that it's going to be too bulky in your page. So I love that. So now we have 2 of them. Okay, so there is another one done. Look at us go. Let's do another big one. We're going to do this guy. The clipboard. So I'll leave this here for a minute while I work, because then you have a reference, okay? I'll leave this guy right here. Is that good? And then let's look at the next one, which is going to be this one, which I freaking love this. I love this. I would have 12 million clipboards and everything, though. I really love it for a base. Makes me very excited. So what do you need? Out of your papery, you need the clipboard. You need the black striped feather and the pea soup green feather. So these are out of your papery. The other thing that's out of the papery is this purplish ticket. It says single trip ticket. It's going to be in like a little set. So you need that one. Single trip ticket. That's out of the papery. Okay? Papery. Out of your icon ephemera. So that means the ephemera that has like the teapot, this guy here. Icon ephemera. You need a tiny little blue posy and then the slightly larger purple. So there's a lot of different blue flowers. This one is the smallest blue flower in your set. So when you look here, there's 1, 2, 3 blue flowers. You need the little one and that purple one. Those are the 2 pieces you need, again, out of your icon ephemera. The camera is definitely in the papery. Look through it 12 million times. There are 2 cameras. There's 2 of everything in there. I'm telling you, the stuff sticks together. Sometimes I'd leave it, set it aside, and look again later, because it can start to get frustrating when you can't find it. But it's in there, okay? Again, out of your icon ephemera. And friends, it's worthwhile to print the 1 or 2 pages of instructions for this one, because everything is listed where I found it. So if you're like, she's going too fast, you have a second option. You have instructions, okay? Even if you don't want to print them and you want to just look at it on your screen, pull up a second, open a second tab, you can look at them on there, okay? So those 2 guys, this is fussy cut. That is out of your homework. One of the feathers is black on one side and polka dot on the other. You need this one. Okay. And the only other thing we're going to talk about right now as we start to assemble is this guy. And he is in your journaling. The journaling. Journaling. He is right here. So it says thankful and grateful. Thankful and grateful. And it is a foil clip. When we go to assemble it, these are out of your puffy stickers, okay? So don't start looking for them in stickers or ephemera. They're going to be on this guy. This one. They're going to be on this set, okay? So let's start gluing. This is going to come together very quickly. These 2 feathers are going to go behind the clipboard. So the pea soup one is going to get attached first like this, kind of on an angle. And then the black one is going to come out the bottom a little bit like that. Okay. And I don't tend to commit until I lay everything out. That's the other thing that I do and really recommend is put all your pieces on, figure out where you want it all to lay, and then put your adhesive on. You found the camera. I know it's in there. And like I said, 200 pieces, 200. You know, give yourself some grace. It's going to take a while to find it. There we go. Just so we know, this guy is all foam dotted. I'm going to put foam dots on this. Not everywhere. Don't waste your foam dots, but definitely underneath the paper clip and down the center, so I still can slide things underneath it, okay? So just put, I don't know, I'm going to put probably about 5-ish foam dots on here. So that is going to go like that, right? 1, 2, 3. It's right about there. 1, 2, 3 of the little perforations. It's going to sit right there. It's going to lay right about there. Your little feather that was fussy cut from the paper, I like to just curl, right? Curl the top, and it's going to kind of go like this. And I like, now you have 3 different scales of feather, right? You do need to put on your little purple tag foam dots underneath a single trip ticket. I'm going to cut the nubbins off. How are we doing out there? Is Kari still here? I know she's had a really rough week. Are you still here, my friend? I hope you're crafting with me. And it's going to go underneath like that, right up to about valid until. But don't cover up your little perforations on the side. They're very pretty, right? And it's actually, this guy's going to come out because purple flower is going to cover part of him. So let's do that, like that-ish, okay? Hi, Kari. Hi, Amy. So my purple flower again, just make it right so it's not a little flat piece of paper. I'm going to put some foam dots right around the leaves on the side. But do you notice? That's the other trick, is don't foam dot the whole thing, because then you have layers and layers. You want some of it to be glued down flat and some of it popped up, and then you don't have too much bulk on your pages. So this guy has underneath here, I put 2 foam dots, and it's going to kind of live right here. So when I glue it, it'll go flat, right? And then the little blue guy is going to have just 1 foam dot right near the leaf. And then I'm going to kind of curl the leaf up a little bit. 1 foam dot is going to go there, and it's going to go here, like that. Okay? And then when we're done that, we'll fill it in with our puffies. So go ahead and glue. Go ahead and glue. Question: what is the significance of the number 23? Nothing. No significance at all. And Peggy, you're are you watching behind, or are you hearing my answer right now? Because you could be watching, remember, not live. So no significance. It's literally, when you look at anything that's kind of found objects, and this has a little bit of inspiration of like antiquing, a little bit, very loose reference to it. I would buy those kind of things. Oh, good. Yay. I would just grab numbers. Like, or, you know, when you buy the little lids that would go in the milk, the little milk toppers. So there's no significance. It can work for, like, you know, 2023 for last year. But I just like the number 2 and 3 together, and it fills the circle pretty. So really, for me, there's no reference, but, right? There's a 23 on the ticket and on the circle. Yeah, look. Well, I don't know. When Melissa's doing this stuff too, she picks some of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, whatever, it works, right? So yeah, there's no reference. Riley's going to be 23 next year, so maybe this could go on his birthday layout. But yeah, some of it is definitely very deliberate, and then some of it is not at all. I'm going to glue my feather down first, like this. So I'm going to just slide her back in there. This is how I would do it. This is exactly how, if I was making, I don't commit anything until I like where it's laying, and then I'll just start gluing the stuff down. So I can glue my feathers on the back, and you'll see, you're going to laugh. I'm going to commit this guy. I don't have to move him. And then I'm going to commit my 2 feathers back here. So to do that, I'm going to move this. I'm going to put some adhesive like that. A little bit underneath this one. Tack that. And then stick it back on. And then I can decide where else it needs it. Probably never would look exactly the same. Come on, Vicky. Come on. we go. And now I want to glue this guy down. I love that. It's your anniversary? Love it. Is Lindsay and Danielle out there? Is Irene out here tonight? I hope so, friend. I hope that you're here making with us, because I do think it's the best medicine when you're having a little bit of a rough time. It is amazing what this creative stuff will do, and this community is so helpful. I know you guys help me, my mental state. Even my lovely friend Kari was saying that she was really needing this crafting tonight. So I hope you're here, Irene. 23 is my nephew's number on his basketball jersey. I love that. Loving all these. Thank you so much. Good. I'm glad you're liking it. Dawn and Serenity are here, but not in the same city. But we're going to be on a cruise ship together soon. Your kits went out. And Kari, let Annette know that she's going to get your kit before hers arrives, because I shipped everything, and for some reason Rich didn't bring hers, so it's going to go out next week. Okay, question. Where are the glasses from? That's the next stage, Dandy. Perfect time to ask. They're on the puffies. So a gold dot needs to go on the center of the purple flower, and there's the pencil and the glasses. These two pieces. Okay, pencil, glasses, and a gold dot. Pencil, glasses, gold dot. So the gold dot is going to go on the middle of my little burgundy flower. The pencil is going to go flat on the bottom here. I'm going to put some foam dots underneath the glasses, just at the bottom. I'm not going to lie to you, because this one, because it's popped up, poor Annette. So all of the kits went, and Annette's, they contacted me from my freight forwarder and went, we have all the orders except for this order. And I looked it up, and it was Annette's. So I'm like, oh, she's going to get Kari's, and hers isn't going to come till a couple days later. Okay, so I foam dot it. I'm going to put just a little bit of foam dot at the bottom, because it's going to rest on the thankful and grateful. Okay, so it's supposed to look like, right, maybe on your desk or something, you'd have your little glasses like that. Love it. Isn't that fun? So I did not take the foam dots off yet, though, so let's do that. There we go. There. So that's that one. I love this collection so much. I don't think I can really express the love that I have for Discover and Create. And I can't wait till, I almost said my next collection. I almost said the name of it, and I can't. It's not going to be here, though, friends, till, are you ready for it? May. The next collection is not till May, and then the Christmas collection this year starts shipping in July. Question on the cruise kits. I changed it, Jenny, because guess what? That number wouldn't work. And then before, you hadn't emailed before I shipped, but I assumed it was correct, because that's what I had on my website, was 294. Oh, I accidentally put 294. I put it as 204. Because it wouldn't work. It's not a real address. So I caught it. So we're good. We're good. Question. Did you use the whole ticket? Yes. Here? This one? I did. If you want to cut the bottom off for something else, you can. It's stuck to my... I did. The whole ticket's in there. You can do whatever you like. Right? Helen, I did use the whole thing. Just a reminder to add some liquid adhesive behind your stickers. Which ones? Kari? Oh, yes, because not all the stickers stick forever. So what Kari is saying is, so you don't, The foam stickers, not so much. The adhesive's pretty good. Eventually, they'll probably dry out. When we get to the alpha stickers, you'll see that I'm going to glue all of them. I will not trust the glue on those. Let's do that one next. For relax, don't do it, right? So this one is, I love this, is a cup of cappuccino with the design as a top view. And it's going to say relax, cozy, and carefree, a bright idea. Just those are the stickers I had left, right? Hi, Paula. How are you? Teresa. See, it's fun, right? It's fun. Here we go. So, what do you need for this one? You need, out of your papery, this is the only thing out of the papery, is this notebook page. Okay, notebook page. That's out of the papery. This is going to be out of your icon ephemera. The icon ephemera is where the little coffee is going to come from. Cozy, and it should look like this. Mine just still had the backing on it, but yours might only look like this. Cozy and carefree. And I think it is in here. Some of these little ones I just have to do a scavenger hunt, but it should be. Did you guys find it yet? Cozy, where are you? I feel like it has to be in here. I just can't see it. Am I wrong? It's not on this one. Okay, there it is. It's right there in the middle of the ticket. So if it didn't get completely die cut, there will be, you know, those tickets you pull like at the butcher, like when you're waiting for your number. It could still be inside of that if it's not fully popped out. Okay. So you also need this out of your chipboard, the little branch. Again, I love the black and white. I really love it. You could totally go in and color some of those branches. You could even just use a Sharpie, not a Sharpie. What are the alcohol markers? I just totally forgot what they're called. Or you could watercolor it, right? Or even use like a pencil crayon. I just totally forgot the name of them. So it's going to go on here like this. This is going to get popped up just at the top, back. I'll just put a few foam dots. See, I don't go crazy with the foam dots. You only need a couple. But if you lay it flat, I find it's a little boring. Totally personal preference, but Vicky finds it boring. So I'm going to put that on there like that. And then we can put relax on there. Okay. Copics, thank you. Couldn't remember. Hi, Dorina. How are you? You're recovering from a virus and a very nasty cough over the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry, friends. Sorry, friend. Must admit, not touching anything, trying to finish my fussy cutting. Have never had this problem. I have to keep checking the live button. Ooh, that's weird, eh? That's weird. I don't know. Yeah, so maybe like Natalie's saying, just refresh. Thank you, Carrie. I'm glad you're having a good time. Go to sleep, Linda. We'll see you tomorrow. So relax is going to be out of one of my favorite ever alpha sets. So the R is the pink and blue one. So, and it does matter if you want to use the same thing that I used down the road, right? So I'm going to tell you what I used. So this R right here, R is the pink and blue one. Let's stick it there. The E is the black and white one. The black and white one beside the D. The E. The L is the pink one with the black dots. The A is the big blue and pink one. And the X is a gold one. The gold one. Relax, don't do it. I love this alpha too, Natalie. I do as well. Okay. So we're not going to stick this on here yet. We're going to build from the bottom up. So the other things you need is out of your sticker book, you need this purplish label. So when I flip in the sticker book, it's set up so it's very easy to find what you need just by flipping through, right? Because they go top and bottom. You need this label out of your sticker book, that one right there. Hello, Jill. That is hard. Sciatica is the worst thing. I had that when I was pregnant, and it is incredibly painful. So I'm sorry, my friend. Lots of people are out there suffering tonight, so I am feeling terrible for you guys. It's not fun. The little gold sticker is from your 6x12s, A Bright Idea. So it's on the back of the 6x12s, A Bright Idea. So I'm going to put that on after I put my purple label on. And this is when my friend Kari was saying, put a little bit of extra adhesive. These stickers don't tend to stick. They're called stickers, but they don't have a ton of adhesive on them. And they try. It's something we try with when they send them to the factories. They're like more adhesive, but I don't know. So like you'll notice if you guys have bought my product before, this sticker book is completely different. It was not intentional. It's just how it came. Because these stickers are thin and they're shiny. And no bueno for me. So we're working on that with the next collection. Okay. So I need this to go kind of here. I'd say a 1/2 inch up from the bottom. It's going to go right there. Okay, sticker down. And then A Bright Idea. This sticks. I'm fine with that, especially on the papery. But I will put a little bit of extra adhesive on A Bright Idea. Because they peel off all the time. It's very frustrating. But again, I don't have much control over it, right? Right? Bright Idea, the label. We're going to build from the bottom down, bottom up. And then I'm going to put adhesive in the middle of Cozy and Carefree. And then curl it. So it pops a little bit. I'm struggling with sciatica as well. Ugh. Repositionable stickers. They are, because they fall off, right? Cozy and, I keep saying cozy and caffeine. I think Carefree looks like caffeine. It's right here in your journaling ephemera. It's tiny. Okay. I'm going to put that on, and then let's glue our Relax. Well, we'll put our coffee down first. There we go. I love it. I love layer, layer, layer. If you would have just put this flat without the label behind it, would get lost. Layer, layer, layer. It is the Vicky mantra. You want it to look like my stuff. I put, with intention, lots of layers. So the coffee cup is going to go right underneath the little curled down page. Okay. And it's going to come off the side about a 1/4 inch. Love it. I'll glue this guy last. Okay. So now with Relax, I'm going to put the E down first. It's going to be my base letter. And I'm going to overlap my letters. Otherwise, Relax is not going to fit. If you don't overlap them, it's not going to fit. So the E is going to go down first, right above the Z and the Y of Cozy. So I'm going to glue it. Just having a hard time. I'm going to glue it. Not a ton, but I'm going to put a little adhesive on here. And it's going to go right above the Z and the Y. Z for my American friends. I'm Canadian, so Z here. Okay. Very good. And now my A is going to go down next. And it's going to go over the A. The bottom of my A is going to go over the A in Carefree. Okay, and the other one can even slide under that a little bit if you want to. I'll show you. I'll glue this down and I will give you a visual. I'll hold it up to the camera, okay? Okay. Bruno Mars opened a new bar in Las Vegas, and it's called Pinky Ring. So I've been singing all day long. Put your pinky ring up to the moon. All day. That's just that. Not the whole song. And probably, hey girl, what you trying to do? All day long. That's what I've been doing. Just so you know, while I'm working, that's the song I'm singing in my head. So see where E, right, it's centered on the Z and Y, and the left leg of the A is over the R, the A and the R in Carefree. Is that helpful? So I glued that flat. And now everything else, I'll put a little adhesive and it will overlap. So let's go ahead and glue the L down, but let's put some adhesive on the leg of the L and up on the arm. This is so we can cheat and make it all fit. So part of my L is going to overlap on the A, and then I'll just put a little pressure. Under pressure. Pushing down on me. I just make stuff up. I don't even know if those are the words. Pressure. So we'll just wait for it to dry, and it's pretty good. It's pretty quick, right? And the X is going to overlap. If you have been hanging out with me for a while, I always overlap these letters. I think they're more interesting to look like you kind of toss them on your page than just laying them all flat. Now, that's personal preference. You might be like, ooh, I don't like that at all. Then you don't have to do it, right? You know that when it comes to my teaching style, it's a suggestion. I'm just your crafting Yoda, but you can do whatever you want. You went British in one music note, right? Under pressure. There. So far, see? A little overlap, makes it a little interesting, fits in that tight little space. So we're going to do the same with the R. It's going to overlap on the E. The glue is your friend. I like this glue, and the glue that it works with is that the Nouveau drops. I have to say I like that adhesive because it's thick. I've been using the Barely Arts one. It's a little runny for me, and I am very challenged when it comes to wet adhesive. I make a mess with wet adhesive, and I'm challenged with it. And don't forget, I'm also incredibly I have issues with perfectionism. Like, I don't like when my glue comes out, so I'll use my pokey tool. So I find that this one is like the Three Bears, right? With Goldilocks. This is just right. This one is just right for me. I like it. It's not, because I have trouble. This one I like, but it's very, very fluid. So I find that I get glue everywhere, and then I want to, you know, I was going to say one of my sayings, but I know it'll offend somebody, so I didn't say it. Makes me want to punch something. So I'm going to put my thingy back in it, though. See you later, Renee. Tapping out. So much fun. I'm not going to be here. I'm just for a lot longer. I'm going to glue this stuff down. We're almost done this one. We're going to move on to the next one. So let's put some wet adhesive on here. Because I told you, I'm really keeping it. 9:30 is the latest tonight. We got to be aware of that, right? So let's glue this guy down now. Woo! Like that, right? So he can overlap a little bit on the R if you want to. Like that and over. Love it. Love it so much. It's our little like Saturday at Starbucks or your favorite coffee on Sunday morning kind of jam. The only other thing you need on this page is from the mini puffies. I put 3 stars up here to fill, right? I can tie my color in. So your eye, it's like a visual triangle, but it is not necessarily a centered design. Again, it is more to the side, right? So let's throw on a yellow star, an orange star, and a blue star from your mini puffies. So the orange one's going to go about there, the blue down here, and then a little yellow one, and that really finishes it, right? That little pop of color. Love it. Question. What is the glue thing you're using? So I think people were concerned it's out of stock, but I'm seeing it around. It's from My Sweet Petunia, and it's this little gun, and I love it. I love this. We were talking about it on a Friday Night Live, and then it was going to sell out because I was talking about it. So my friend Valerie ordered one for me while we were on the Friday Night Live. And you know, some things you're like, so is it worth all the hype? For me, who is challenged when it comes to wet adhesive, 100%. My newest favorite thing. I love it. Okay, we're done this one, friends. Look at us. We're just trucking through. And you might not be trucking through, and that's totally okay. Because you're like, Vicky, I don't know where anything is. I'm having a hard time following it. Or finding my bits. No biggie. This is recorded. You can always come back. If you get a couple of these finished, you're winning. So what do we have left? We have 3, right? Am I correct? This is super quick. And then we have the little butterfly one or moth one. And then the big one. We'll leave that one for last. You love your glue press. Starting to get arthritis in my hand, fingers, and wrist. And it makes it easy. You aren't squeezing the heck out of it, right? The cluster is screaming mini album cover. Don't forget. Here, I'm talking to you, Amy. Don't forget, I haven't done a card mini book yet. I'm going to be adding to my shop a couple of mini kits. I have a few more things. And wouldn't this be awesome at the cover of one of those mini card books? That'd be fun, right? So we'll find uses for them. So what do you need for this one? That orange tag from the 6x8 paper. Remember when we got the pea green one, I said you need the orange one. I'm going to tell you a little something too, if you're new or you're not aware of this. Not all corner rounders are the same size, right? So I love this We Are one. I have tons of them, so I will add more to the store because this is going to be an always Vicky tool. So I have a 10 millimeter corner, a 4 millimeter, and a 7 millimeter. Well, I needed the 4 millimeter for this one, right? Because they're just little tiny corners. So I did not hand cut it. I use this. So if you have this, use the little 4 millimeter, gives you the perfect rounded corner. The other piece you need these two are from your papery. The light gray label and the big orange feather. This is out of your papery. The tag is out of your 6x8 paper. So it's going to go like this. This guy is going to go right here. And then out of number 10, out of our paper we cut ahead of time, you need the little strip. There's this little strip. Number 10. Okay. Under pressure, pushing down on me. This piece is about 4 inches by 1 inch. Oh my goodness, all the things we're going to be making, because remember, my new collection doesn't come out until May. I am going to be using so much Discover and Create. So, like I said, I have so much stuff to stock at VickyBooten.com. Just be ready for it. When those 10 plus layouts, if you order both of them, it all can ship in the same box. I'm not putting any restrictions on that. and there's going to be a ton of stuff added. So you don't need that whole piece. I'm going to cut about an inch off of it, okay? I don't need all of that. It's just giving it some stability because it's all papery, right? Well, it's not all papery, but it's papery-ish, okay? So you're going to glue it like that, and then this guy's going to go on here. So let's start with that, and the rest is going to be out of your ephemera stickers, okay? So let's glue that down. So I'm going to start with the little purpley grape popsicle. That's what that color is to me. That looks like a yummy, delicious grape popsicle. I make things hard. I'm not going to lie. I just don't want to move it now once I place it. So I do weird stuff. I know it. I know it, right? So boop. And some more down here. There. Like that. Okay. Love it. Love the tone on tone. Let's put our little date sticker there. See, some of these are really quick, right? So use the bottom line on your tag, and you're going to put that kind of, so don't cover up the end of your purple, right? That Juneberry color is really pretty, isn't it? I love that as a purple, I'd have to say. Question, did I understand there is a printout we can download using instructions where to find the products of the clusters? 100%, Jill. It's in the guides section underneath clusters. Yep, I did instructions for all of the things, right? So this little camera is in your 6x12s right there. Okay, let's get that. It's gonna have foam dots on the back. You know, I'm gonna put some powder on it, because even though it's foam dotted, if it went in an album and there was pressure on it, I don't want it to stick on the page where I don't want it to stick on the page. So it's just what I do. You don't have to do it. I just now want the adhesive to go where I want the adhesive to go. Okay. So yes, with those 10 plus layouts, I'm going to post it on Monday. Okay. If you've been looking, you're like, oh, I wanted to add some of the other stuff we've used on Friday Night Live, but I didn't want to put an order in until, then you have that option, right? You can put it all together. Focus on what excites you is right here. I don't think I pulled that out. It's right here. So I have to search. I didn't pull this one out. Focus on what excites you is in your journaling ephemera. So I'm getting prepped for the weekend. I put everything in bowls. So let's find that one. Focus on what excites you. Scrapbooking, spending time with my crew. Finding little pieces. I might not even be able to find it right away. That might be what I dropped on the floor earlier. But that's where it comes from. So if I can't find it, no biggie. I'll find it later. I don't panic about the little things, right? It'll be here. And if it's not, I'll find something else to use. It's no big deal. I must have pulled that out. And I just don't know where I put it now. I'll look, because it could be on with all my stuff. Oh, I found it. Found it. It's foam dotted up as well, okay? Foam dot as well. So while we're working, does anybody have any questions about tomorrow? If you are new, tomorrow is going to start. I give everybody about 15 minutes. I'll be kind of chatting and telling about the plans for the day and give everybody a chance to find us, because sometimes there's a little bit of panic in the morning. Everybody kind of herding the cats, right? Herding the cats. It's going to go like that. I like to put part of it on top and part under, right? Excite is going to go on top, and focus is under. And we're going to glue that down. Puffy heart and a puffy star. So one is going to be from our minis. Jill, guides. So look at the top section, guides, and you're going to have to scroll down because it's going to be prep, and then it will be, and it's pinned at the top as well. But you know, Natalie, give her a minute because she's focused on this stuff. She will definitely send you a link. No biggie. We will make sure you find it. It's in there. It's in there. But you know, sometimes when you're looking for something and it's right under your nose, it's not necessarily easy to find. So no biggie. What can we do tonight to help for tomorrow? Get everything organized. Like when I'm done here, I will get all of my paper ready. Because that's what we're going to start with, is all paper cutting. So have your circle numbers ready, your paper clips, your scissors, your ruler, your trimmer, your punches. Have all of that ready, your scoring tool, and have your plan of getting organized. Like, are you putting them all in a little bin? Bins are very helpful. Some people will use like a letter organizer, you know, where you can put like file folders. Some people will use a Rubbermaid bin, because if all of your cut pieces go into something, they're contained and you have lots of then real estate to cut. Tomorrow will be all paper cutting, and then we will break for lunch for about 30 minutes. And then we organize everything and we start assembling. So that's how tomorrow will go. Okay? That's all you really need to do, is just make sure your area is clean and you can find everything. But you will find it is a very organized kind of thing, what we're going to do tomorrow. So that heart is going to be from your puffy 6x12 stickers. So grab a little heart. You only want a little tiny one. Take this one by the there, and there's going to be a little heart there. I put a little low. Let's see if I can still move it. I'll put my heart on and then I'll place my guy. Put my heart on first. There. And then do that. That's better. Okay. Star is going to be out of your mini puffies. It's the purple star is what I used. This one. And that one's done. Okay. Focus on what excites you. Done. 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 We have 2 more to go. I love this one. Let's build this next. Like, freaking love this one. I love the colors, the blues and the purples on the natural colors. I absolutely love this. So this is going to be the next one. What is the Lisa thing? I was planning to watch from work, but probably not worth it if I don't have my supplies. I think sometimes, Lisa, it's totally worth it. Watch, and then you can see like kind of how it all comes together. And I think it makes the second time way faster. So definitely join us, right? I think sometimes watching the first time and just kind of being part of it and commenting is way less stressful. For some people, if you know you're a very a slower scrapper, a very intentional scrapbooker, where you have to measure everything 4 times, you may decide you want to watch the first time and then watch it on replay where you can totally pause and you're not missing anything. So again, this is your class. You do it the way that works for you. You do not have to. You weren't in a live class where you have to cut everything and everybody's watching you and then you get stressed out. I've had people start crying in my classes because we're so hard on ourselves. The awesome part about doing the Vicki Boutin experience at home is you could sit back and be fussy cutting your butterflies because you didn't have time to do your homework, just hanging out, come and go, walk the dog, come back, and then totally watch it on replay when you can pause and you aren't missing anything. So you do it how it works for you, right? A lot of people watch first. See, Mary Pat is, I watch first because I'll tell you, for me, when I do these things, I love talking, if you didn't know. So I would like, so say when I watch anything, I will the first time just watch it and absorb it. And I like the community aspect. So I like that I'm free to type and ask questions. And I'm thankful for every single one of you that do that, because I'm talking to myself for the most part. If a lot of you guys were not commenting on here, I taught one class and it was like a nightmare. No one spoke the whole time. And it was me and Natalie talking to each other, right? Me and Natalie talking to each other. Oh, it is. Will that be back in your shop? Which part? Will what be back in my shop? Peggy? Tons of things. I have so much stock that I have not had a chance to load. So it might not all go up on Monday, but don't forget, the month of March is going to be a mixed media March. I am going to be restocking art crayons, gold glaze, silver glaze, iridescent glaze, all of my texture paste, palette knives, all of it. It's all going to be posted, and there might be a sale. So there's going to be tons of stuff. The round, yes, it came in yesterday, Wednesday. What's today? Friday? It came in on Friday. So yes, there's going to be there's tons of punches. There's some new ones. So if you love this one, so my cruise ladies, I'm giving you, like the people doing the paper crafting cruise, it might be in your box, so don't buy it twice. You have gifts in your box, but you don't know yet, but now you know. So there's a new one that is a decorative edge like this one that just arrived. It's so good. Oh, stencils. I have so many freaking stencils that are not in my store, but don't forget, it's going to take me next week. I have to make the projects for the 10 plus layouts, and I have to restock the store. So there's so much stuff coming. Just be ready for it. You should wait to finish your order, right? Put it in your cart, or like you can put it through, and I'll condense shipping and refund your shipping like I do. But I have lots of these, so don't worry about it. Like there's probably at least 20 of them in my store, so don't worry about it. Lots of stuff's coming, friends. And you know what? I'm not a store per se. I just stock the things I use all the time. So moving forward, when we're doing the Friday night lives, like I want to do a whole Ranger, maybe in July. Will be a whole every Friday night, and probably some Wednesday afternoons is all going to be Ranger. So I'm going to be using the watercolor pencils. I'm going to be using inks. I'm going to be doing a ton of stuff. So just be ready for it. There's so much stuff coming, friends. So much stuff. Remember how we've talked about Heidi Swap's, Natalie, what is that thing called? The thing that spins? I have about 50 of them. Pink and black ones that I want to do a class on. It's all going to get put in there at some point. I made grab boxes. They're going to be put in, but know this, if you get a grab box, you can't add anything to that order. And I think to make it fair, only one per person. Rolodex, yeah, you know the thing, right? Her memory decks. I have pink ones and black ones. I'm going to do something with that. But yeah, lots of stuff's coming down the pipelines, friends. I'm not lying to you, where if you like what I do, I've got lots coming. So you need, out of your papery for this one, I love this, a pink tag and these little letters, stacked letters. I feel like this is going to make a comeback in multiple of my things. I love it. Okay. So it's going to go like this, right? Just kind of on a jaunty angle again, like that. It's fun, right? These are to the papery. The scissors are out of your icon ephemera. They're going to be foam dotted. So while you're looking for it, I'm going to throw some foam dots on it. This one's super fast. Love it. Okay. Icon ephemera. I love the punch of blue. There's some blue down here. And it's just going to go like this. Like if this was sitting on your desk is what it's supposed to look like, right? And then the 2 moths are going to be from your fussy cut. Remember, you fussy cut out of the 6x8s. I think these ones came out of your 12x12, that little piece. I'm going to, I always do you see this right away? Just doing this, curving your wings. Now it looks like it is, how would you say that it kind of was a light? That's what I want to say. Like it just kind of landed on the paper. So they're going to kind of go like this. And then, first time we're using these tonight, this is the vellum stickers. So these aren't cardstock, they're vellum. So if you find yourself a little pokey tool, I like it on the sheet because I find they're way easier to remove. So I'm just started it like that. And then put my pokey tool. These are the best thing ever. And it's going to go right on here. I love these stickers. Like, I don't think you understand. It is the best thing ever because it looks like a rub-on. Look at that. It's just going to stick on there like that. It's the best thing ever. So let's glue. Because then the only other thing we need is Mindset, which is going to come off your puffy thickers. And then a Perfect Day off your 6x12 stickers. So I'm going to glue my little pink piece on the back. There. Okay. Oops. What is the no, they will use layouts? What is that? They will not be used in the layouts. These are extras. This is a whole separate class because normally on Friday nights I do cards. And then I think it'll be fun. Everyone is always asking, always, like it's one of the probably most requested things that I do is can we do clusters? Can you show me how you layer your ephemera? So I went perfect class for it. We'll do this one. So these are extra. You can put it on whatever you want after. You can stick it in your album if you want to after. Totally will be up to you, okay? So then we have our 2 moths are going to go like that. I'm just going to stick the body of the moth down. And then I will pop up the top of the wings with a foam dot. And it's just going to go kind of like this. And then the purple one, same dealio. The mini moth. Again, these came from the fussy cut. It's going to go like this. Okay. I love this one. Mindset is on your puffies. Right there, Mindset. And the only reason I'm using these is these were not used in the album or layouts. I did the ephemera or these clusters last. This was from my scraps, things I had left over. So I went back and I put tons of embellishments on and still had all of this left. A Perfect Day is on the front side, okay? Of your 6x12 stickers, just decide, because my title I want kind of straight. There we go, that one's done. I like that it just looks like it's sitting on my desk, right? It's a cluster that was just kind of these pieces were laying on my desk. We have one left to do. Look at what we accomplished tonight. And I find this, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I did not find this stressful at all. We don't have to cut anything. It's just a little bit of searching. You had to search a little. But I think this is freaking awesome, man. I'm just using what I got, right? What I had already. Okay, so this little guy is another one that I love. We need this base piece here. The blue piece is from Number. And then I'm putting these back in my cuts. They got to go back in there so I don't lose it. Because I would do that. I don't know where it is right now. Out of number 11 is that strip. So which strip is it? Let me tell you. because there's two of them. You love tonight? Thank you. I love it too. Not stressful. I think this is that moving forward. I think we're going to be doing this every single Vicky Lollapalooza weekends. We're always going to do clusters because my style of product's never going to change. I'm always going to be doing this stuff. So it's a 7-inch piece by 1 1/4 ish. 7 by 1 1/4 of the two. So not the thin one, the thicker one. Okay, 7. Gonna cut a V in the end. Very good. This is going to be out of your papery. I love this. I would like this to show up in another one of my collections in a different color palette. I don't feel like every time we make a new collection, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. If it's good, why not use it again? And it's going to go on there like that. And then you need your little pink ticket. It's light pink. That's his date with a little scallopy edge around it. Foam dot at the top. So those are out of your papery. And it's going to kind of go like that. Okay. Like this. This piece is out of your journaling ephemera. See the little daisy on it? Poke these out of here. Again, I curl it. I just like it to look like it's kind of torn out of a book. Foam dot at the top of this. Kind of like on the corner. I'm not going to put it over here because it's going to go underneath. But I will put a couple there. Like that. And it's going to kind of go like this. Okay. You need one of these little gray things. This was out of your papery. There's a gray one and a black one. You have to cut it. So it is one attached piece and then you just cut that. Okay. And I just layered it kind of down at the bottom. So I will tell papery. The gray piece is out of the papery. Hopefully you guys can see that. Stories to Tell is out of your journaling and it's cut apart. There's like 4 of them on there. The journaling ephemera, Stories to Tell. And it's going to go like that. This is a piece that took me 12 searches to find it. And I'm like, I do not have a green paintbrush. It's not in there. I cannot find it. And then guess what? It was in there. So that's what I'm saying when you're like, you guys might be like, I don't have it. I definitely don't have it. And I'll be like, look 10 times first. It's not because I don't trust you. I'm like, just look 10 times. I'm going to curl that a little bit, even though a paintbrush wouldn't really be curled. I covered the daisy because this to me was more about painting, not about daisies. But if you like the daisy, you don't have to cover it. I have not glued anything yet. But I use the paintbrush to kind of cover the daisy. I like to layer. That's why there's always labels and little tabs. Love it. This is going to be out of your chipboard. And it's kind of go on a skew over here. And then this is an accident. This isn't meant to be here. That needs to stay with the papery. I was cheating. And I had 2 of them here. That goes back in my papery bowl. Okay, I'm going to curl the edges of my blue flower. It is out of your Icons. It's the medium blue flower. Remember, we used the tiny one, and now this one is the medium size. And it's going to go just like this. Boop. Okay, and now I'm going to start gluing. And then we have just one button that's going to go on here. But you see, now if you're like, Vicky, how would you use this? This would be a whole layer that I would build. And it says Stories to Tell. And then I put a big title underneath here with maybe black thickers. Or even better, you could use a cut file. Like imagine a big script cut file, and this would sit on top of my title. I think that would be beautiful on a layout. Beautiful, right? So let's start gluing, because now I'm going to pull it all off, and I'm just going to commit. Because see, that's how I would do it. If you're like, well, Vicky, how do you put these together? That's exactly what I would do. Lay everything out. You could take a quick snapshot with your phone and then take it all apart and adhere it. This is exactly, I always lay it out before I commit. Right? I want to make sure the design is balanced, that I like color placement. So that is how I always would do it. So I know my little gray tag I'm going to put on next. Right down here. Boop, boop, like that. I'm not going to commit this just yet, but I'll stick it here because I know it needs to go there. I'm going to glue this next. Like that. But I got to make sure, will my brush cover? Yes. I'm going to put that right there. And part of my pink circle is going to show, okay? Just a little piece of the pink. And my paintbrush is going to cover the daisy. Any questions? You guys doing okay? I'm very proud of you. I'd say the majority of you have stuck around all night tonight. I think we started with like about, I don't know, 260, and we still have 241 here. And I told you 9:30 is the latest, and we're going to be finishing on time, and I'm very proud of that. If you guys have been around Vicky Booten for any amount of time, you would know that that is a feat. But it's a long day tomorrow. I want you guys to be rested. Make sure you eat something before you come down. Make sure you know right now you're not going to get stressed out tomorrow. You're not going to do it. Because I think that this, to be honest with you, is going to be one of the, I don't want to jinx myself, one of the best yet timing-wise. Because I didn't have to. There's so much embellishment in this class that I did not have to do a ton of paper cutting. And there are not a ton of pages as many in here. I love this book. Question, where is the piece under the paintbrush from? Which piece? This one? This black and white one is out of your journaling. It's right here. See it? So it's like, it looks like 3 pieces, but it's 1. Is that the one you wanted, Laura? And Helen. I think I answered both your questions, right? The blue strip came from number 11. It's 8 inches long. It was one that we did in the prep. So the other side of the blue strip looks like that. It was from your 6x8 6x8 page. It was the 3x4s we cut apart into blue. I can go ahead and put on stories to tell. Love it. And we can attach. I did this, okay? Not too much because I don't want to crease it, but I didn't want my leaves flat, so I just bent them a little bit. Okay? And then it's going to go like that. I love it. I'll put wet glue because it's just easiest with the chipboard. I'm glad you guys like this. I'm always trying to do something different because it's hard. You guys have tons of options when it comes to classes, and more so all the time. And a lot of them are very similar to what I do. So, you've got to pick and choose. So I'm hoping I'm always bringing you something new. And I hope you just like spending the time with me, right? But I'm always trying to make it better. Always better. And something here for everybody, hopefully. And if you don't like it, that's okay. You came in, tried it. You don't have to tell me. Unless you think it's something that I need to know that I could make it better. My favorite is when I go through on my YouTube and I have thumbs down on these private classes. And I look at it and go, just don't buy it again. You're not really helping me be better by giving me a thumbs down when I literally takes me probably 2 solid weeks to design these projects and stuff. If you don't like it, totally okay with that. But you don't have to. I don't to take that minute to do that kind of thing. I don't understand. If you have nothing nice, like Tim says, if you have nothing nice to say, find something nice to say, or just pass right over that thumbs down button. Just pass right over it, right? There, look at that, friends. And then the gold foil that was on here, I love it. I love it. You could throw a butterfly on here if you want. Like a little butterfly would be really cute. Hello, Melissa. How are you? But I love to listen to other people talk. So this is perfect for me. I love that too. Just keep scrolling, right? Ignore the haters. We love you. I know you do, Don. I know I definitely have, because you guys just keep showing up. So in case I didn't say it, I love you guys. That you guys like to spend time sitting here and doing something I'm super passionate about. So I'd be doing it by myself anyway, but that we get to do it together is super awesome, right? Oh, friends, if you could see some of the emails and stuff I get too, I'm like, whatever. It's one person or who knows, and somebody could just be having a really bad day. But I'm soft, so there's the problem. I'm not tough. So where my mother will be like, who cares? Don't let it bother you. Or Rich will be like, who cares? Like, you're doing an awesome job. I'm like, you know what? I could have 50 people email me and tell me something awesome, and one person message me and be really mean, and all I can focus on is that one mean thing. I'm working on it. Maybe by the time I'm 80, I'm better than I was probably in my 20s, right? But it's tough, right? It's tough. So, friends, did you enjoy that? Look at what we accomplished. So, even if you didn't keep up, did you guys get at least 1 or 2 of these done? That's a win. This is all recorded. You can come back and do it. Even if you didn't do any of it tonight, because you're like, I'm freaking still cutting these stupid butterflies and flowers out, Vicky. I hate your fussy cussing. I'm literally cussing you. It's okay. I never am going to apologize for the fussy cutting. It's part of who I am. I love it. I love it. So that was lots of fun, though. Like I said, you know what I'm going to do in the group is I'll add all the photos of each of these. So if you just want to pull it up while you're working on it, you totally can. Will that be helpful? I will go and add it under clusters, just the images of these, because they're all in my phone. I can do it while I'm laying upstairs in bed before I go to sleep tonight. I think that'll be helpful, right? So I'm going to flip the camera around. If you have any questions about tomorrow, now would be the time. Only thing I'm going to do, I haven't eaten supper yet because I'm crazy like that. I'm going to have a bite to eat. I'm going to come back down and clean up my desk so I'm ready to go bright and early in the morning. I'm going to move this up a bit. Sorry, friends, but if I don't, when I flip the camera around, you're going to be looking just at my chest. And nobody needs to see that. So much better than the cards. I like the cards too, but here, I'm going to tell you something. You want something that I did not use the stamp set at all in this kit. I love the stamp set. We'll use it on Friday Night Live, but there's so much embellishment in here, I didn't need it. So I just didn't use it. So that's reason why we normally do, cards. Sorry, let me get you in here, not hang up. The reason we normally do the cards is to use the stamp set. This stamp set really wasn't meant for cards, right? Wherever it is. I'm going to bend down and show you. Boop, boop. I'm back. This stamp set is going to be a staple. I'm going to use it all the time, but the only thing I used out of here is the numbers. It's going to be on one of the pages in the album. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 on some little punched out areas. So that's the only time I used it. But I do love it. I will use it. Maybe on the bonus layout. I'll do that on one of the bonus layouts. I'll add some of it, but that's it. So that was your first class in the Discover and Create Lollapalooza weekend. I'm going to move back. I'm like, hey, I'm talking to you guys like a crazy lady. I love that. I feel like this was stress-free, other than maybe finding the things. But like I said, if this is your first time, print out cutting diagrams always, And for something like this, just the images, because you would have had something, if I'm like, oh, she moved it out of the camera, I didn't see it. They're there to help you. I try to do everything with intention. So the info will be there. If you come up with a question that you need, I will check the board up until about 9:45 tomorrow, and then I'm going to be setting up and getting ready to go live. Tomorrow is 10 a.m. Eastern time. We are going to do paper cutting. So the first thing we're going to do is organize. We're going to organize our kits for pull everything that we need for the cutting tomorrow. Do you want a tip? If you want to get it organized ahead of time, look at your cutting diagram. That's the order I'm going to be cutting paper in. So the first thing I'm going to do is organize for the people who weren't here tonight or didn't know. And then the next step will be cutting. And it is very relaxed. It's the maths. It's the hardest part. But I'm going to tell you, the biggest tip, just do what I tell you. That's what I'm going to tell you. Just do what I tell you. Just listen to the cut that I'm saying and just cut with me. And you will be fine. Okay? It's going to be so much fun. I love this album. And I'm going to look at, this is the other thing I did. Are you ready for it? See all of those? So I can quickly visual reference, except for wherever these things are, because they're stuck on the back of my album. But I love this. I love this project. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. Will you complete it? No, there's no way you would finish this album in a day. But what you will do is all your paper cutting and everything where it needs to go will all be organized. For the most part, just be prepared. We do not put one embellishment on this. Nothing. Stickers and jewelry is the best part of the class. What you will do tomorrow is get all the bones. Everything we cut will go in the place that it needs to. Our mantra is flip, clip, and sip. So, right? You will, or clip, flip, and sip. You clip it, you flip the page, and you reward yourself with a drink of your favorite beverage. So it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. That's it. I've got nothing else for you. Any questions before I go? Don't post them here. Post them in the group, because I will, like I said, be checking that. I will post the link for tomorrow in the morning saying, good morning, this is what you need. Even though it's all posted in the guides, I like to not make you guys have to look for it. So I will, in the morning, around 8 o'clock, post the link to the YouTube video. I would go and follow it now and just have it set up. But it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Thank you so much. If this was your first class, I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow is more heavy lifting, but like I said, I have worked this out to a science. So I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy having you there with me. If you are watching after the fact and you didn't do this live, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for all the comments and keeping me company tonight, because you make this freaking awesome. So thanks, guys. Have a great night. Have a good sleep. Eat some breakfast in the morning. Get your snacks ready. Tell everybody to leave you alone, that you're playing with Vicky tomorrow and you got stuff to do. And I will see you in the morning. Thank you, Natalie, as always, for being my sidekick and keeping us all on track. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. See you guys. If you're not sure, just check it in the Googles. Just do what time is 10 a.m. Eastern time for my time. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a good night.